Welcome back to Beach Office 365, where I bring you the latest and greatest in crypto, DeFi, and passive income. To all my brothers and sisters here in the United States, I wanted to wish you guys a happy 4th of July. And to all my peeps abroad, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Also, if you're getting anything from this content, if you could just take 2 seconds and just give that like button a little taparoo. Really does go a long way. It does help get this out to more people, helps with the algorithm and all that stuff. And of course, please leave comments. I'm very active down there. Love interacting with you guys. Let's build this community, and on that note, really appreciate like a lot of the comments I've been getting, about, hey, congrats on the move. That place looks really good. Are you going to change it to Marina office? No, that's not happening. That's not happening. The goal is always to be living by the beach. So, that's what the title kind of comes from, is it'll keep me motivated to keep doing this. Today, we are going to take a look at Drip, but I also want to take a look at the new project Rex that I'm sure some of you have been hearing about, but also just kind of wanted to talk about, the state of how everything is and how difficult it is right now, given the market conditions. I get comments from people that are definitely struggling right now. And I can sympathize. This is a crypto winter. There is a chance that, we're like halfway through. We may have just, a few more months, maybe a little bit longer, before we really sort of, I think, create that bottom, and then we will start reversing. The good thing is, for those of you that are in Drip, like Stunna Breezy says, man, the buttons are working. Like, everything is working. It is holding up. It's not pretty. It's not fun at times. But right now, I think it's like bargain basement prices. I bought some Drip yesterday. I used it. I'm using it now for airdrops. Instead of claiming my own, I'd rather just, buy some additional Drip. So let's take a quick look at markets. All right, so here's the Bitcoin chart. What can I say? We are just sort of down here. This is a line that I drew the last time that we took a look at the Bitcoin chart, and I am kind of the camp that I do think it's gonna eventually flush out one more time, or maybe a couple more times, and potentially get down into 13. Some are saying even lower than that, that it could drop to 10, 12. I don't really know exactly, but I do think that it is going to have another leg down. That's just my opinion. And remember, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an expert. You got to do your own research. I'm just a guy, as they say, documenting my journey and at times sharing my opinion. That's it. And I'm always open for feedback and discussion. I'm very active in the comments. One of the things that I think, and I was surprised I didn't see the lines on here. I guess maybe I erased them. I thought we would see, actually a bigger bounce, and we would get up into here and potentially, it would definitely trap in some people that thinking that maybe that this was the bottom, and then only to then have it flush back down again. But we haven't seen that yet, and it's just sort of going sideways. So not very exciting. And here's the Drip chart. I had drawn this blue line. It was like 652. My thought was I thought when we reached around 650, we were going to see some buy pressure come in and rocket this thing and get a pump. And that didn't happen. Clearly, I was wrong. I have no problem admitting that. That was sort of, my little hypothesis. I just really believe that mark in particular, based on previous lows from way back. There we go. Previous lows right here. I thought was going to be the the marker that a lot of bulls that have money on the sidelines were eyeing, and that once it got there, they were going to start kind of, loading up. And we have seen a little bit of that. There have been some buys that have come in that have been big. We've even seen like the YouTuber Jamie over at Best Passive Income. He dropped, I think, 11,000 in a brand new wallet into Drip, and he's someone that's been in since the beginning. So I think if the project was dead, you wouldn't have an OG like that start a brand new wallet dropping 11K into it. Keep that in mind, folks. What is interesting though is that actually, I don't even know if it's interesting. I don't know what it's doing, but it's got this weird, like, it's just flat. It's just kind of like it, but it was just coming crashing down, and then it's now just kind of like flatlined. So, you know, it will be interesting to see what unfolds. Again, not a lot can happen until, you know, the animal farm reopens. I mean, I really don't think, I mean, unless we see just enormous kind of buying pressure from people that have had money on the sidelines, waiting to get in, just like what we saw here. This was not just like kind of like a random thing. Like there was a bunch of people that had enormous buys. Clearly they were kind of eyeing it. So we may get something like that, but I don't think real growth will happen until we see those farms getting open. Coming over to Rex. I'm sure some of you guys have been seeing people posting on this one. This one's pretty cool. So as you guys know, I'm in Avarice, and you know, I've covered that a little bit on this channel, but I haven't like left a referral link or anything like that because it was such a new, you know, brand new project and protocol. What's a little bit different about Rex, and this is similar to Avarice, but what's different is that this has actually been around a while, and they had an issue, they had an exploit, you know, months and months ago, and they had to basically, you know, pull tokens off and switch things over to a V2. And so there's a community already around this project, and a lot of them are calling this like the new Hex. This is very similar to it, and it's got some of the best things that are in Hex, and then made some of the bad things about Hex. Like for example, this is on Binance Smart Chain, so gas fees are very low, whereas Hex was on Ethereum. That's just one example, but it's very similar to it. Okay, and what you do here, really, like they did a great job, I think, on this website. Just kind of simple, clean, slick. You know, you can buy your Rex token right here just with BUSD, and then you can sell it right here. Very simple. Or you can do it on PancakeSwap. And then they have these different tokens. Now this part I'll do another video on, just kind of explaining like Trex decks, and they have an MRX or MREX, I forget how they're calling it. These are different tokens that if you hold, you get different bonuses based on, you know, how many you have and stuff like that. So Rex is something that you buy, you know, whether it's on their main decks here or you buy it on PancakeSwap. And then if you want, you can stake it to earn additional Rex tokens. But you don't have to stake it. It can have massive price appreciation, and you can be, you know, making some pretty big gains just by buying the token, holding it, and then selling it when it's, you know, going up. So that is something that people are looking at this at, just like what Hex did. But one of the cool features of this is they have auctions just like Avarice, right? So you come over to the auction, okay, and each day, you know, it's got a countdown, right? So here we are, 14 hours, 22 minutes, 25 seconds left in this day. And you basically, you come in and you can put in a certain amount that you want to enter into the auction. And what's kind of cool about the referral thing is that, so I used YouTuber DeCryptoCat. If you don't know who that is, definitely go check out his channel. I do believe I have a link in my description because he's someone that I like and support, and I think everyone here should as well. Anyway, he and I were chatting about this, and so I used his referral link, and what's cool is he gets 10%, but then I also get 10%, right? So it's really like a win-win. So I will leave mine down below if any of you want to get in this. Again, this is like gambling, okay? This is, you know what I mean? Like this is for real risk capital. You know, whatever I can kind of like pull out of this, it's going into drip, but I'm okay if it, you know what I mean? Like if I don't make anything from this, right? But I have been having fun with Avarice, and this I like even a little bit more. So after you enter it into the auction, once the timer is done, you get over into the staking, right? So when the day ends, you go into the next day, you know, you enter it into the stake. Now, one of the things that makes this way different than Avarice is that they have something, it's called Big Payday, right? And so basically, if you are entering the auctions and then you're staking your Rex that you receive from the auction for at least 222 days, you have the potential to be entered in, you have the potential to win a lottery, which is basically everything that you have invested in the auction. As long as every time you stake your rewards from the auction, you are staking it for at least 222 days, you have an opportunity to win all that money back. Okay, crazy thing. First day that I staked, right? I wake up the next day and I won all my money back. Now I only had put in $100 bucks, but I'll take it, right? You know, it was an extra 100. So then, you know, I jumped in for the second day. DeCryptoCat, he also won on the first day, but at that point he had already been in it 2 days. So he won 700. And get this, he won again today. And at that point he won, I think 1,800, because it was like, you win, because you can win more than once. He was kind of blown away, like, you know, back-to-back days, right? And got me thinking that it's not just about, oh, you can make your money back if you hit one big payday just once. You just hit it once, you're going to make all your money back for that. But if you start hitting it again, talk about gains, right? I mean, you could really, you know, walk away with some serious money, because it's not like he got paid. It's not like he won the big payday just for, you know, like he had already gotten the first payday, right? And so it's not like they didn't count that money towards this second one. It's like, so you can have multiple big paydays start coming in where you can really make some bank just on that alone. So he's playing with house money for the next week, probably. And if we quickly come over here, here's the chart. Now, if you want to take a look at the chart, you're going to want to go to Dex Screener, and the ticker symbol is XRX. Okay. So as you can see, this is just launched, you know, a few days ago. And I mean, this is a nice little chart here. Now, I kind of am, you know, rolling the dice with this. I will say that in addition to entering the auction, which I plan to do for the next several days, and not a lot, you know, we're talking like 100 to 150. But what I did do today is I just went in and I just bought some, like 400 bucks worth of tokens. So this is separate from the auction. I'm just holding those right now. I'll probably stake those, but I'm not going to do it for, you know, 222 days. Because I bought them on PancakeSwap, I can stake them for a much shorter period of time, and that will allow me to remain eligible for that big payday, which is something you can only get if you're putting your auction Rex tokens staked for at least 222 days. So I'll go over this a bit more if it's not making sense right now. But this is definitely something that, you know, is a big gamble. It can be fun. And, you know, again, like, I love that it's on the Binance Smart Chain, and, you know, gas fees are, you know, pretty minimal. And, you know, you buy the tokens with BUSD, and that's what you get paid. And so if, like, it's very easy to just take that BUSD and go buy some pigs, or, you know, convert it to BNB and buy drip, you know, which is ultimately what I like to do with some of these additional projects. So at any rate, I got to start getting ready here. Fireworks, the sun's going down. We are going to see the fireworks show. Wishing all of you a happy 4th. And, you know, to the people that watch this that are not, you know, here in the States, thank you again. The support, you know, in terms of, you know, watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, just means a lot, man. Like, for real. I wasn't expecting it to mean as much as it does, but it you know, it really does. And I love interacting with you guys, and I love the feedback, and I love that I get to talk about crypto. You know, none of my friends and family know a thing about it. So anyway, I will definitely get some more videos out this week. I'm still getting set up here. As you can see, this is, my desk is going to be over there, but that hasn't arrived yet. So this will make do. This is kind of a cool little backdrop, I think. So anyway, folks, I've rambled on enough. Happy 4th, everyone, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.